the skin that we're in with the Health Toledo Clinic, facial, plastics, and dermatology.
That's right. Ashley Wilhelm joins us to walk us through the ABC, D, and E's of melanoma and how you can prevent skin cancer. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
So I was pretty good in grammar and spelling, but I don't remember how dermatology started with an A. So how does this work?
Okay, so if you have moles that you're concerned about, or moles in general on your body, we go through the ABCDEs of melanoma, which is the worst form of skin cancer. So A is for asymmetrical. So if you think of a mole that you have on your body, if you were to cut a line right down the middle of it, it should be the same on both sides.
Okay.
If it's not, it needs to be looked at by somebody, whether it's a family doctor or a dermatology specialist.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so, and then you move on to B for border. So you want to look at the edges of your moles. The borders should be round and smooth. They shouldn't look like a state or a continent, how they're kind of jagged. Okay, so you can visualize that. C is for color. You want your moles to be one color. They shouldn't be 2 or 3 forms or shades of brown. They should be an even shade all the way through the spot. As far as the diameter goes, if you think of a pencil eraser, your moles really shouldn't be much bigger than that. So if you have one that's a larger spot, that is, you know, different shades of brown, a couple different colors, you know, edges are asymmetrical, then you need to have that looked at. And if they're evolving, that means if you have a spot that you noticed 3 years ago, tiny little speck, just the end of a pen size. You know, years later, it ends up being the size of a pencil eraser. They shouldn't grow like that. So
eventually, all marriages turn into, should I get this checked? That's really what it is.
Yes.
Like, it's like, is this, you should get that checked because those A, B, C, D, that is really,
yes,
your partner needs to look and say, yeah,
Yes.
that needs to be checked with those A, B, C, D, E's.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only marriage is that.
That's it?
That's
where
it.
it starts out with.
Devolves
Okay.
to that, or
Yeah.
maybe evolves. I don't know.
Ends with or starts with. It depends
yes.
on, yeah.
Every husband I see is there because his wife says, so you have a
get that
spot
checked.
that needs to
Go
be
get
looked
that
at.
checked.
Yes,
That's right. That's our a whole job at the end.
Yes.
I feel like that should be an anniversary present. I got you a trip to the dermatologist. It's like, what year is that? 32.
Right,
Just random pick.
Yeah.
And is this, okay, so here's something I don't know the difference between. The difference between a mole and a skin tag. Is that the same thing?
No, so your skin tags, they stick off of your skin, and they're common in areas that your skin rubs together. So a lot of people get them under their underarms just because you're, you know,
It's a chafing
walking.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep. So that friction, you develop almost like a little growth there, but it's the same color as your skin. Your moles are usually like a brown spot or something like that.
And typically not raised.
Correct.
Or even slightly
Right.
raised.
You can have some that are raised, but those are less common in areas that your skin rubs together.
Got you. We have one more, I think we have another thing to talk about too besides the A, B, C, D, E's, and that is how do you prevent, what are our best things to do to prevent all these moles and things that we have to worry about? The skin cancer is what we're talking about.
Correct.
So what's the number one thing we can be doing?
Number one thing is to protect yourself from the UV rays, whether that's with sunscreen, chemical or mineral sunscreens, or wearing like the SPF protective clothing. Some people don't like to wear sunscreens. They don't like the greasy feeling that you can get from those. So if you wear like a wide brim hat or like the straw hats that cover the backs of your ears.
Now you can get long sleeve bathing suits. I mean, I just recently was on the beach. I'm like, I had a little bit of a sunburn. I'm like, I need a long sleeve bathing suit.
Yes.
And that is so cool.
And a lot of like the beaches, they sell like the SPF protective shirts that you can wear in the
shirts,
water.
baby.
Yeah, but they still protect you from the sun.
And you could go into the water, and I've seen this before, and that's smart too. So wearing sunscreen, no matter what the season, though, right? As long as you're going to be outside, isn't that the case too? People think it's hot out, I'll wear the sunscreen, but when it's not hot, you still should, right?
You should, yes, because even on cloudy days, you can still get UV rays through the sun and still get sunburnt. So any season, every day, you should have at least a 50 SPF on.
Every day, and if you have reddish hair?
Yes, red hair,
75.
light eyes, yeah. Or 100.
I've been there. I'll just wear the hat.
Yes.
I'll just wear the hat.
All right. Explain to everyone how they can call if they do want something checked. They should give you guys a call.
Yes, so they can call our office. We just opened a new practice in Findlay, so we're another dermatology option in town. So we're taking new patients. We can offer same-day appointments, sometimes next-day appointments, depending on the schedule. We can usually, get people in that day.
Excellent. That's great news.
Yes.
Sometimes it's hard to get in. So
it is. Yes.
Excellent news.
All right. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate it. Yep. Thanks for the tips. Good stuff. Still plenty of stuff happening on the 9 today. Here's what's coming up in the next half hour. Our area expert, Dr.